sa bansa ay 552. Samantalang may 704 na naitalang negatibo sa COVID-19.
Schools remain closed until August 24th because of the COVID-19 scare. And even then, things are not going to be the same.
There will be
How
no
can you instruct
face-to-face.
the future members of the nation's reserve force in virtual space? Despite the challenges, University of the Philippines Diliman Reserve Officers Training Corps Unit produced graduates from the basic ROTC program completely online. How did we do it? The UP Department of Military Science and Tactics, or DMST, adapted its methods of instruction for remote learning. UPD ROTC utilizes both synchronous and asynchronous modes of learning. All synchronous activities are optional rather than required, but they enrich the cadets' experience. Required activities such as their modules, assessments, and long exams are all conducted asynchronously. Synchronous PT sessions are conducted every Saturday via Zoom to train our cadets into physical shape. We also conduct optional synthesis sessions via Zoom to gauge and deepen the cadets' understanding of the asynchronous modules. Take a moment to explore our LMS and view the courses Military Science 1 and Military Science 2. We post lecture videos from guest lecturers and our own in-house instructional videos created by our cadet officers. Cadets submit videos of themselves performing drills and other practical exercises. Line commanders watch these videos to grade their cadets and give feedback and correction. Alternative learning materials are also utilized by including gamified assessments in the lessons. These make the lessons less theoretical and more experiential. We also hold squad activities to develop oneness and teamwork within a unit. In addition to the initiatives of the cadet officers, the Corps of Sponsors also conduct activities which aim to foster camaraderie and a sense of connection among the cadets. Altogether, UPD ROTC has proven that there are ways to train future reservists even in the remote setup. We brought all these and more to our Centennial Year cadets, with a Centennial Anniversary event recalling UP ROTC's history and webinars aimed to instill the shibboleths of duty, honor, and country. We aspire that every cadet entrusted to us will have grown into capable reservists. Whatever obstacles come our way, you can rest assured that UPD ROTC will take on the challenge and continue its unyielding dedication in service to the university and country.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the University of the Philippines Diliman Reserve Officers Training Corps presentation of sponsors for the Corps Year 2022 to 2023. Before we begin our program, here are a few reminders. Choose a place where you have good internet connectivity and that is free from distractions. Prepare your gadget and use earphones for better reception. For cadets, enter your display name in the format platoon number, cadet private first name, middle initial, surname, 4th class. For parents and guests, kindly enter your name as your display name. Please stay muted for the duration of the event unless asked to unmute. Please rise for the national anthem.
Pusulong! Kot! Kulay! Go! Tunghol! Kulay!
magiliw, helas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinagang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di magdidinig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng partay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Baba! Kulay!
Please remain standing for the invocation to be led by Ms. Cassandra P. Florencio, the Deputy Corps Sponsor and Corps Operations and Training Sponsor 2022.
Almighty Father, we thank you for the gift of life and for keeping us safe every day. We also thank you for the opportunity to commemorate the presentation of the new batch of inspiring and talented young women. Please guide them as they serve the country with honor and excellence as the UP Corps sponsors. It is through your wisdom that these young women will be able to adapt to different challenges and perform beyond their limitations. We also thank you for protecting the outgoing batch of sponsors who have strived through difficult times and have achieved more than they could have ever imagined as individuals and as a batch. May they continue to be protected as they continue their journey in life, taking with them the lessons that they have learned from the Corps. All these we ask for your greater glory. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. To start today's program, the NSTP ROTC Coordinator 2nd Lieutenant Elmar John O. Anichete, Medical Administrative Corps, Reserve.
To our guests of honor, parents, and other loved ones, welcome to the presentation of sponsors for academic year 2022-2023. Thank you for celebrating this momentous occasion with us. The presentation of sponsors marks both the ending of a chapter in the UP Corps of Sponsors history and the beginning of a new one. For our outgoing sponsors, whose term is ending, this event celebrates their service to the university and the time these ladies spent together. At the same time, we take this opportunity to present to the university and its constituents a new batch of young, determined women offering up their hearts, their time, and their service. The UP Corps of Sponsors has a rich, long, and storied history of upholding the values of honor, excellence, and service. Once known as the Muses of the Corps of Sponsors has evolved into an organization of empowered leaders in service to the university, its constituents, and the Filipino community. The Corps of Sponsors once held socio-civic projects, morale boosters, and camaraderie building activities face-to-face. With the pandemic, the Corps adapted, not without difficulty, to online webinars, online donation drives, and online activities for ROTC. Even as the world turned upside down, the women of the Corps remained steadfast through all the challenges and changes these recent years threw their way. Now, the world takes the slow journey returning to normalcy, and once again, a new challenge arises. But this batch of women have proven they are more than capable of taking up the mantle and upholding the tradition of the UP Corps of Sponsors. Whatever the world throws at them as we return to a face-to-face life, these women, both the outgoing and incoming sponsors, have proven they can weather the storm with their head held high. Join us this morning as we witness the outgoing batch of sponsors' final farewell to the UP Corps of Sponsors, and as a new batch make their formal entry and writes their new chapter.
Thank you, sir. Before we meet the UP Corps of Sponsors for school year 2022-2023, let's take a moment to honor the outgoing members of the Corps of Sponsors, Siglakan 2022. Awards and decorations are manifestations of heroic acts, display of skills, efficiency, competence, and excellence. The exemplary performance of the Corps of Sponsors 2022 during their term does not go unnoticed. Through the awards given to them, their selfless dedication to work is recognized. These medals represent their time of service to the Corps, the ROTC unit, and the university. Department of Military Science and Tactics, University of the Philippines Diliman, Quezon City. General Orders Number 11, dated 17 December 2022. Pursuant to the provisions of Subparagraph A 1-5, Paragraph 38, SOP Number 04, dated 05 June 2010. Headquarters Philippine Army, the following awards are hereby announced, effective this date. For having displayed utmost devotion to duty and exemplary performance during their term in spite of the pressure and obligations as student of the university, the exemplary service medals are hereby awarded to Rachelle A. Carlos, Lhee D. Clemente, Lanel Rose C. Cordova, Cassandra P. Florencio, Soji N. Gregasin, and Rixie Ann E. Larga. For having been the most loyal, most obedient, and most helpful to the Corps of Sponsors during her term, the Loyalty Medal is hereby awarded to Rachelle A. Carlos and Lhee D. Clemente. For having the best attendance and the least demerits, as well as exhibiting marked proficiency throughout the various activities during her term, thereby deserving worthy respect and praise. The Duty Medal is hereby awarded to Cassandra P. Florencio. For having performed their duties and responsibilities in the most efficient and exemplary manner through their inherent resourcefulness and initiative, thereby accomplishing their tasks beyond normal expectations during their term. The Efficiency Medal is hereby awarded to Cassandra P. Florencio, Soji N. Gregasin, and Rixie Ann E. Larga. For having obtained an exceptional general average of 1.23 while carrying a full load of academic units in each semester, an exemplary performance of her duties as member of the Corps of Sponsors by consistently participating in the various activities during her term, the Honor Medal is hereby awarded to Cassandra P. Florencio. For having shown outstanding leadership who can best command the respect and confidence of her fellow sponsors and demonstrating a very marked degree of initiative and self-confidence in the solution of the problems with which she was confronted during her term. The Leadership Medal is hereby awarded to Rachelle A. Carlos. Signed, Colonel Cornelio T. Arboleda, Philippine Army Reserve, Commandant and Department Head. We now proceed to the highlight of our program, the presentation of sponsors for the academic year 2022 to 2023, which is held in order to introduce the members of the Corps of Sponsors 2023 to their units as well as to the UP community. Department of Military Science and Tactics, University of the Philippines Diliman, Quezon City. As per General Orders Number 12, dated 17 December 2022. Appointment. The following named female students of the University of the Philippines Diliman, with their respective colleges indicated, are hereby appointed as members of the Corps of Sponsors, University of the Philippines Diliman, Reserve Officers Training Corps Unit for a term of 1 year and are further designated to positions indicated effective this date. Lanelle Rose C. Cordova, College of Engineering, Corps Operations and Training Sponsor, Infantry Unit Sponsor. Maria Roxette M. Rojas, College of Engineering, Corps Intelligence and Logistics Sponsor, Field Artillery Unit Sponsor. Rihanna Lhee D. Clemente, College of Social Sciences and Philosophy, Corps Personnel and Civil Relations Sponsor, Rayadillo Unit Sponsor. Rexy Ann E. Larga, College of Mass Communication. Signed, Colonel Cornelio T. Arboleda, Philippine Army Reserve, Commandant and Department Head. The cadet officers are presently attaching the sponsor's pin to the lapel of their respective unit sponsors. The pin identifies the wearer as a member of the UP Corps of Sponsors. A sponsor's duties and responsibilities regarding ROTC involve that of the welfare of the cadets in her respective unit. Thus, she is the sponsor of her unit and not of the cadet officer. She serves as an advocate of her cadets, as well as a bridge between cadet and cadet officer to facilitate communication regarding training. Per General Orders Number 13, dated 17 December 2022, Section 1, Relief. Rachelle A. Carlos, of the College of Social Sciences and Philosophy, University of the Philippines Diliman, is relieved as Corps Sponsor, University of the Philippines Diliman Reserve Officers Training Corps Unit, effective this date. Section 2. Designation. Rexy Ann E. Larga, of the College of Mass Communication, University of the Philippines Diliman, having been appointed as a member of the Corps of Sponsors, is designated as Corps Sponsor, University of the Philippines Diliman, Reserve Officers Training Corps Unit for academic year 2022 to 2023, effective this date. Signed, Colonel Cornelio T. Arboleda, Philippine Army Reserve, Commandant and Department Head. The outgoing Corps Sponsor, Ms. Rachelle A. Carlos, shall now turn over the sponsor's flag, the new Corps Sponsor, Ms. Rexy Ann E. Larga.
Sang-ayon sa unang bahagi ng pangkalahatang kautusan bilang 13 ng kagawaran ng pagsasanay ng panghukbong katihan, agham at paagi na may paksang pagbibitiw ng pinuno ng mga lakambini, ako, si Rachelle A Carlos, ay nagbibitiw bilang pinuno ng mga lakambini simula sa araw na ito. Aking tinupad at isinaalang-alang ang lahat ng panuntunan, tungkulin at kapangyarihan kaugnay nito.
Sang-ayon sa isinasaad sa ikalawang bahagi ng pangkalahatang kautusan bilang 13 ng kagawaran ng pagsasanay sa panghukbong katihan, agham at paagi na may paksang paghirang sa pinuno ng pangkati ng mga lakambini. Ako, si Rixie Ann Eraga Larga, ay tumatanggap sa tungkulin bilang pinuno ng pangkati ng mga lakambini simula sa araw na ito. Aking tutuparin at isasaalang-alang ang lahat ng pananagutan, tungkulin at kapangyarihang kaugnay nito.
To introduce our guest of honor, the Commandant and Department Head, Colonel Cornelio T. Arboleda, Philippine Army Reserve.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our guest of honor and speaker today graduated from the University of the Philippines College of Medicine in 1967. While working on her residency training, she was a clinical instructor at the UP PGH Department of Medicine from 1967 to 1969. She was also the medical director of the Greater Manila Food Terminal Market, later named Food Terminal Incorporated, from 1971 to 1991. In 1992, she was also inducted to Zonta Club de Valle Verde under Zonta International, a global organization consisting of executives and professionals in 67 countries, which aim to uplift the status of women by empowering them in the fields of education, economics, politics, and health. Also in collaboration with the United Nations Women. As part of the organization, she has been elected to numerous leadership positions, including the club, area, and district level, and was appointed to chair committees covering countries such as the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Hong Kong, and Malaysia. She remains an active member of the organization to this day. In her professional career, our guest of honor and speaker became a fellow in the Philippine College of Occupational Medicine, an institution with more than 2,000 physician specialists all over the country who help protect and maintain the health and safety of workers in various industries, together with the Department of Labor and Employment Occupational Safety and Health Center. During her membership in the Philippine College of Occupational Medicine, she became the first woman president in its 43 years of history for the maximum of 2 terms from 2011 to 2013, the chair of the specialty board from 2013 to 2016, and was a member of the advisory council from 2014 to 2017. As the president of the Philippine College of Occupational Medicine, she was also a member of the Department of Health program TB-Link from 2011 to 2013. During the American College of Occupational and Environmental Conferences 2012 and 2013, she represented the country as the speaker on the practice of occupational medicine, Philippine perspective. And with all her valuable contributions to the institution, in 2018, she was named a Lifetime Achievement Awardee by the Philippine College of Occupational Medicine. On top of that, our guest of honor and speaker was also a member of the Ethics Committee of the Philippine Medical Association from 2014 to 2017, and is the general manager as well as member of the board of directors of Bloodworks Lab Incorporated from 2012 up to the present. In addition to her multitude of achievements, our guest of honor speaker is also the matriarch of the Alentahan family, one of the 2022 UPAA Multi-Generation Family Awardees. As wife to Attorney Bonifacio A. Alentahan, she is a mother to 5 accomplished children who are all UP alumni, and a grandmother to 14 grandchildren. Of special significance, she has two daughters who are also alumni of the UP Corps sponsors, one of whom is married to a Vanguard grad. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, the Assistant 1st Battalion Command Team Sponsor on Personnel of the UPROTC Unit in 1961, Dr. Mariel Coligado Alentahan.
I broke the glass ceiling of the male-dominated medical specialty organization to which I belong, Philippine College of Occupational Medicine, the PCOM, when I was elected its president in 2011, the first woman president in its 43 years history. During my term as president, as I led and managed the organization, the number of chapters all over the country and the membership grew to unprecedented levels. PCOM as a specialty has a big role in nation building, with a mandated task to protect and promote the health and safety of workers in all workplaces. PCOM is one of the two training institutions accredited by the Department of Labor and Employment to conduct the basic course on occupational health and safety for doctors and dentists. And the DOLE has mandated that only doctors who have undergone this basic course on occupational health and safety are qualified to be physicians in all workplaces. Through my years of service as a member and lastly as the chair of the specialty board, which designed and conducted the diplomate course on occupational medicine, PCOM members who passed this advanced course are subsequently accredited as specialists by the Philippine Regulatory Commission and the PhilHealth, standing shoulder to shoulder with the specialists of the other medical fields. Imparting with women the knowledge of their rights, giving equal opportunities and access to education, livelihood, professional growth, and health, acknowledging their talents and capabilities, and giving recognition for their contribution to society is women empowerment. My active involvement with ZONTA started in 1992 when the duties of motherhood became lighter, with all my 5 children already in college. ZONTA, as you know, is a global organization of professionals and business executives working together to uplift the status of women in the fields of science, education, economics, politics, and health. Where we are and what we do with ZONTA is a reflection of the lessons on women empowerment, which I learned early in life through the discipline of the UP Corps sponsors. ZONTA clubs in the Philippines vigilantly lobbied for the passage of the Philippine Magna Carta for Women, the Law on Violence Against Women and Children, and the Safe Spaces Act to make a better world for women and children. Through service and advocacy, our projects focus on livelihood training and opportunities, scholarship grants, women and child health, establishing women's centers as a refuge for victims of violence, as well as leadership training for girls in high school and college. I have actively participated in these activities through my elected and appointed positions in the club, in the area, and district levels. We continue to advocate and address issues to eliminate violence against women and girls, to prevent child marriage and teen pregnancies, stop human trafficking, and online sexual exploitation of children, among many others. Perhaps my other contribution to the Corps which I'm also so proud of, is having two of my daughters in the Corps of Sponsors, namely Mia Nalantahan of Batch 1990 and Nina Alantahan Santiago of Batches 1995 and 1996. And with a bonus, gaining the 1996 UPROTC Corps Commander, Attorney Ray Paulo Santiago, as a son-in-law. By the way, our eldest child, Lali, was also invited to be a sponsor in 1988, but she did not accept it as she was more focused on her scientific studies. Now, she says she regrets that. And had I known then that Mama was a sponsor, I would have accepted the invitation. C'est la vie. We would have made another record in UP, a mother and all three daughters being members of the UP Corps of Sponsors. So carry on. UP Corps of Sponsors, march on and shine. Be the epitome of brains, valor, and grace. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Coligado Alantahan, for your very inspiring words. At this point, may we request our guest of honor and speaker to induct the UP Corps of Sponsors 2023.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Having been duly appointed, as a member of the UP Corps of Sponsors 2023,
as a member of the UP Corps of Sponsors 2023,
I do solemnly pledge that I will assume all the duties and responsibilities of my position.
I will assume all the duties and responsibility of my position.
That I will abide by and uphold the general orders and policies.
That I will abide by and uphold its general orders and policies.
That I will contribute my best efforts.
That I will contribute my best efforts
towards the attainment of its objectives.
towards the attainment of its objectives.
And I will serve
and that I will serve
the best interests of the UP Corps of Sponsors.
The best interests of the UP Corps of Sponsors.
And I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily.
I impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily.
Without mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
Without mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, 2023 UP Corps of Sponsors. Continue shining. Do what you can and inspire many others. God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the UP Corps of Sponsors 2023. Please rise for the singing of the UP Corps of Sponsors hymn and UP Naming Mahal.
From places near or far,
This concludes the University of the Philippines Diliman Reserve Officers Training Corps Presentation of Sponsors 2023. We will now take screenshots for documentation. In behalf of the UP Department of Military Science and Tactics, the UP Corps of Cadets, and the UP Corps of Sponsors, we thank you all for being here with us today. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay kayong lahat at manatiling laging ligtas.